Go ahead, Mr. Riley.
Okay, we're going to call the meeting of October 6th Planning and Zoning Commission meeting to order. Can I have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Briley?
Here.
Commissioner Byers?
Here.
Commissioner Kelly?
Here.
Commissioner Tannino?
He's on mute, but I see him.
Absent
Can you hear me now? I'm here.
is Commissioner Michelina. Also present is Samantha and Stephanie from the Community Development Department. And we have 2 visitors present. You do have a quorum.
Very good. So does anybody have any conflict from anything that's on the agenda today? Seeing none, Stephanie, certification of compliance, please.
I do certify that the meeting and properties were posted in accordance with Resolution 2020-01 and in compliance with the sections 5440 of the municipal code.
Thank you. Approval of agenda. Everybody see it? Anybody want to approve it?
I move we approve the agenda for October 6, 2020.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the agenda. All in favor, just say aye.
Aye.
Hi.
Approval of minutes. This is for the meeting of September 1st, 2020. Did everybody get a chance to review the minutes? Anybody have any comments, changes, additions, deletions? Can I have a motion, please?
I move to approve the minutes from the regular meeting of September 1st, 2020.
Second.
Motion and second to approve the minutes. Can I have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Briley?
Aye.
Commissioner Byers?
Aye.
Commissioner Kelly?
Aye.
Commissioner Tannino?
Hi.
Motion carries.
Okay, we're halfway through.
Don't quit.
All right, public input. Is there any public that is either on Zoom or in the audience that wishes to speak about an item that's not on the agenda? Hearing none, we'll go to the next item. We have a public hearing for a variance request, case 2020-0689. I'll turn it over to you, Sam.
Okay, we have our applicants here with us. Alex Valdez is requesting approval of a variance to encroach 2.3 feet into the required 20-foot rear yard setback to construct an addition on an existing structure as designated by the R1 Single Family Residential District at 104 Noble Lane, Lot 60A, Block 22 of the Ponderosa Heights Subdivision, Unit 3 in Rudos. So as you can see through the case study, the layout that Mark Ender provided to us, they would like to encroach into that rear yard setback, which is the corner of the proposed addition. Would you all like to speak on behalf of your case, or would you like to give Mark an opportunity to speak on behalf of you all?
Mark, you have something to say first.
Go ahead, Mark.
Sorry, I couldn't hear.
They want you to go ahead and explain the case.
Okay, so basically, we've designed this addition to go onto the side of their cabin. In the last few months, we've replatted the 2 lots that they did own. That's complete now. And we have the one remaining problem is to create the addition in a manner that will fit with a couple of different features on the lot. We have to encroach this 2.3 feet, I think it is. And it's not 2.3 feet along the entire lot. This is a very small area. It accounts for 7.5 square feet in the end, just one tiny corner. I believe this reason this sort of arose is this house, although it looks reasonably new, is built, we think, in the 60s, has been remodeled a couple of times. And because of the time it was built, obviously the setbacks weren't in existence or weren't being enforced at the And the house was canted a lot on the lot. It's not straight with the road at all. Now, to get the addition to work, there's a couple of things that, first thing is the internal structure of the layout of the house itself. The way that the hallway works inside means that moving it those couple of feet forward would cause a lot of problems with the plumbing, the proposed bathroom and all that. And the internal structure would cause some problems in there. I'm not sure we'd be able to fit the bathroom, and that would change the potential for it. Another thing is that the lot, I think topography was provided to you, I'm not sure, but the lot does slope slightly towards Nopal Lane. And if we did step it forward a little bit there, we would cause a little bit of a drainage problem on the back there that we would have to address. It's reasonably flat, but it's one of those things that, of course, after construction, it would be sloped away from the house, but give it 5 or 10 years, there's a good chance that they would have a drainage problem there. And that would be exacerbated by that we would have to put a valley in the roof to make it come down and drop directly onto that spot in the back, which we'd much prefer to avoid. And then the last thing that would really be affected by moving the addition forwards those couple of feet is on the front near Nopal Lane. What they intend to do, and really the only real simple option, is to bring the driveway up, the existing driveway, across the front of the house and then turn into the proposed board. And that's the sort of thing, that last turn to get in front, every foot or so is going to significantly affect whether or not that's feasible. There is a little bit of a drop on the front of the lot down to Nopal Lane. So we prefer to avoid having to damage that part of the lot and cut into that. So I guess in essence, we want to simplify the plan as much as possible. By doing so, we're going to end up with an addition that looks like it was part of the original structure instead of just another addition that will be flat. By doing that, of course, it's going to make it a better looking structure. And then, of course, we're going to avoid all those issues that I talked about earlier.
I think Mark's at the door. I mean, Jonathan's at the door. Okay, do we have any questions for Mark or the applicants from the commission? Hearing none, I guess I'll go into the public hearing. Is there any member of the public on or here that wishes to speak for or against the item before us? Hearing none, I'll close the public hearing. So I guess I have a couple questions. I guess Mark and the applicants, you do know that the Planning and Zoning Department has recommended denial of this because of hardship. And we go through this every variance, we talk about hardship. And I guess I need to hear from you or Mark, besides what he just said, what is the hardship that makes us want to go against our standards?
I think the hardship is difficult to define using the ordinances, but I think that because of the location of the house, where it was placed back in the 60s, it's created a hardship on the back side of that lot. It's not as much space as an average house would have had if it was spaced out properly. And the hardships going forward relate back to what I was talking about, the drainage issues and the issues of whether or not we can actually do the addition if we don't get this variance.
So what is the size of the proposed addition? And if you met the setbacks, what would the size be? I know you'd have offset on the outside walls that you're planning, but what would that size be?
One second, I'm just going to calculate it. The addition itself is not that. Let me get to the right place. addition itself is 388 square feet. But like I said, it's difficult to calculate the size if we met the setbacks because we may not be able to build it in the same manner. The internal layout is very much dependent on there being enough room on one side for a bathroom, and if we moved it, I can't see how we would fit a bathroom in that section, so we'd have to alter it. And then the addition also includes a carport, which is
Right.
Approximately 490 square feet.
Was that 490 or 419, Mark?
490.
And you say the total square footage that would be encroaching would be just 7.5 feet?
That's right, yes.
Square feet.
Square feet.
Yes, 7.5. Yeah.
Yeah, my rough is
If I
about
may-
9 square feet of building.
If I may,
Sure.
the way the house is constructed now, we have a hallway that goes through the back door. Okay, you probably don't have pictures for that, but, it's on the edge of the house. So by moving that building down 2.3 feet, it kind of messes up the whole symmetrical layout of the new building or the new addition. It makes it a little bit more difficult to, like, Mark says, back up the bathroom and stuff. And you have to shift things around, but it just makes it a little bit more complex.
Any other questions? I guess my one is just because I stated this at the beginning, if there's one dissenting vote, that's only 3 out of 7, that is not a quorum of the commission. So because there's 2 vacancies, is the commission 5 or is the commission 7?
We can have up to
So a quorum would be 3. I mean, a majority would be 3.
3 votes, yeah.
Uh-huh. Whatever the math is, right? What's the pleasure of the commission?
Are you asking for a motion?
Sure.
Based on foregoing findings, in fact, per section 54-60 Village Code, I move to, what's it called? Approve the requested variance in case number PV 2020-0689 with the conditions stated in the case report.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Can we have a roll call vote, please?
Commissioner Byers,
Aye.
Commissioner Kelly,
Aye.
Commissioner Condino,
Aye.
Commissioner Briley.
No.
That is 1 against and 3 in favor. Motion carried.
Very good. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is,
Yeah, there's some paperwork for you all, you know,
It'll be emailed.
yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank
you,
you,
John.
thank you for your, have a good afternoon.
new business. We have to elect a chairman. Which one of you guys want to take it?
I'm not here enough, obviously, so.
I'm not. It's you. Well, I guess you need to put in an official motion, I guess.
I move that we elect Alan Briley.
You don't even know who I am.
This guy, well, we can't recognize you with a mask on.
Right.
All right, we have a motion. Here, no second.
I second.
Oh, I was gonna die, dude, like a second. So, any more nominations?
We have to vote on this one first.
No. All right, all in favor of me?
Commissioner Byers,
Aye.
Commissioner Kelly,
Aye.
Commissioner Condino,
Aye.
Commissioner Briley.
Yeah,
Congratulations,
I'll
you
do
are the
it.
new chairman.
You're a hard
So-
nose.
I make a motion that Mr. Byers here is the vice chairman.
No.
I second.
No. What
Hey.
are you talking
Pay,
about?
paybacks are,
You're here way more than I am.
You've been here longer.
I've been here longer, yes. but
Yeah, we have a
I'm
motion
not
in
as-
2 seconds
No,
for
no,
Mr.
no.
Byers to be the vice chair.
Where's Michelina? Can we
Yeah.
can we do him? Even though he's not here.
Let's do
Then we'll have
Michelina.
a straw vote too. That'd be cool.
Michelina.
Whoever y'all want.
Yeah, let's have Michelina.
Okay, so there's one for Michelina.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess this is very informal.
So-
I for Michelina.
Roll call for Byers. We have Commissioner Riley,
Yes.
No,
Commissioner Kelly,
no,
Do you really not want to do it?
no, really
Okay,
don't.
no.
Let's shove it over to Michelina.
Yeah, and he's not here, poor guy.
Right.
It shows him from missing a meeting. Huh.
Tandino,
I guess.
Oh, whatever, yeah,
Commissioner
Come on.
Riley.
sure.
Byers, for
We're,
yourself.
no,
So there's a tie. No, I'm sorry.
We had all
Say there's
no.
three,
Oh, for
there's gotta be 3-1.
Michelina,
We
yes.
haven't voted
No,
for
we're
him
doing
yet.
for
For
him.
you.
No, uh-uh,
They refused my motion.
no,
You
no.
said yes.
Okay,
You said yes to him.
Because I had made the motion.
so.
So, but I lose because
It's-
For
it's not
everybody
a-
else said no.
Michelina, we have Commissioner Riley,
Sure.
Commissioner Byers,
Aye,
Commissioner Kelly,
Aye.
Commissioner Tandino.
Why the heck not?
Okay,
For the recording, sorry, Ron, you
Michelina
missed a meeting.
is the vice chairman.
He apologizes for not being here, by the way.
Yeah, he just recently had
I bet he
his back
does.
surgery.
He had what?
He had his back surgery.
Oh, finally. He's been waiting for that.
Mhm.
All right, community development report.
So we've had quite a bit going on in the last month. We got the results of our CDBG grant to replace the water and sewer lines in the town and country subdivision. And also replace all the streets there, it's almost 2 miles, and add fire hydrants. And we were awarded the maximum amount, $750,000, and we're leveraging geo bond money for that project, and our application scored first in the state, so that was really good. Right now, we're going through the process of awarding the CARES grant for the small businesses in town, and as Tim stated, there are 77 applicants, and they can be awarded up to $20,000 to help with costs they've incurred due to the coronavirus. Our comprehensive plan that was adopted last November just placed first at the American Planners Association this week, so we'll be
Good.
getting an award tomorrow for that, so that was really cool. They really liked all the public participation that the village did. And we have an update with the blight ordinance that you all had recommended for adoption to council. I think we got that done last fall. But on 2511 reflexology, there's been some movement and a change of hands. So the property, if you'll notice, is brought up to code with bringing in the outdoor wares, like I don't know what they were, concrete statues and stuff. And they removed the commercial signage, and they just need to come in the vacant building standards. And
Who was this for?
reflexology.
Replacing
it's a very
Midtown,
nice
Big
one.
Red Asian building.
Oh, yes, got it.
So that
Subtractive.
one, so
Very.
thank you all for your participation and
Politically
help
correct.
with getting this stuff taken care of. And it's been a good tool for us to move forward. We have our metropolitan redevelopment plan still in the works, and they'll have a draft hopefully to us in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So hopefully by the next meeting, we'll bring that to you all.
The addressing ordinance, did that go through?
Yeah, so that was adopted. We're in the process of working with the surrounding communities and utility companies and just letting them know, making them aware of what we intend to do. We're gonna start with addressing on the north end of town, near the Eagle Creek ball fields and work Meacham and get all of that readdressed first. Make a lot from there.
Is there a clean and lane happening on the corner of 4th and D?
Not that I am aware of. Is it a bad property?
Well, I've seen code enforcement over there a few times already, but I didn't know if they were compliant or
I
If
don't know
they're
if it's a clean
compliant.
and lane, but as we see blighted properties, they'll go out and address them.
Yeah.
We don't get to the clean and lean unless we're not getting any complaints, so we try to work with them, get it cleaned up.
Will you elaborate a little more on the Town and Country project as far as the sewer line, and is that a replacement?
Yes, there's I believe a 3-inch line there that someone had put in, originally, and then people tied into it, and it's nowhere near sufficient, so they'll be upsizing that, and replacing all of the water and sewer lines throughout that subdivision, Mary, Chavez Road, I can't remember. all
What
the
about
streets.
from Mary on down to Rio Arriba, and
Yeah, that's a part of that.
they're gonna add sewer that doesn't
Yeah, so
have?
we're gonna be adding as well, so the areas that do not, they'll be putting and extending the sewer lines.
Really?
And water,
Good.
yeah, it'll be much needed, so we'll
Yeah.
get some of those people to tie in that are on septic tanks and.
Right.
And then
I'll sign up.
repave the roads and everything on it too, right?
Repave all of the roads right
That's
there. So we've got 180 days in our construction timeline. At the end of this month, we'll have the meeting on how we're supposed to implement the grant, but, so hopefully get it kicked off pretty quick.
Cool.
It'll be a really good project.
So staffing, you guys are fully here all the time? Are you temporary, part-time here? How do people get permits and stuff?
So, community development, everybody's here in the office. They are receiving their permits electronically and coming through the drive-through to pay the fees and pick up their permit.
Very good.
And then that tent out there is for us to meet with the public, so we meet with them out there typically in the mornings. If they have questions, and just kind of walk them through how to apply. But no, we're fully staffed. We've got one inspector going to class next week, hopefully to get his residential certification, so he can help us out.
The guy that's been working with Bill.
Bobby, yeah. So hopefully he gets certified, but at the end of next week, and we can get him out on his own.
Nice.
It's been busy. It's been crazy busy.
Yeah, I see real estate's really turning over, so
Yeah,
I'm
that's
assuming
great.
building permits.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Reed
good
class.
grief, the price of lumber is sky high.
Yeah. that's
I
insane.
know.
You're gonna wait on the line.
Poor boy.
I don't want to.
Well, there's goods and bads about a boom, right?
Yep.
And our short-term rentals are doing well too. Did you want to give them the amount?
Yeah, so
Mhm.
maybe you have actual numbers, so I'm not just flying off the seat of my pants.
It's not like, it's not expected, the prices aren't expected to go back down.
I recently just turned in end of the month reports, for my short-term rentals. Currently, I have registered 957 properties that are in compliance. I do have 128 that are found to be in non-compliance. For the month of September, we had 23 new registrations and 22 renewals. Let's see, for the total revenue that, for September, between permit fees, business registrations, mailing notifications, and the inspections, I was able to bring in $4,100. Our lodger's tax numbers came in, totaling, $226,791.13. And that is a combination of traditional and short-term rentals.
How does that compare with a year ago?
A year ago,
About 30,000 less.
I don't know what it was 30,000 less than lodger's tax? Okay. That number I don't have tracked. Next year I probably would, since I keep this one going. I just don't know how to pull those reports. Compliance comparisons though, I can give you that. Last year, compliant properties, I was at 776. And we had non-compliant found properties at 114. And then this year we're at the 957 with 128.
Our rentals have been busier than we've ever been Like since we reopened, it's been busier than it's ever been.
That's what I've heard. We've seen a big influx.
Mhm.
Wasn't the executive order that residents only are supposed to go for short
That
term?
was about 3 orders ago.
Yeah.
And then now they opened it, but she does have the self-isolation.
The self-quarantine, man, that's 14 days of rental, right?
You know, it's 14
Minimum.
days or the duration of
Yeah,
their stay,
until they go
whichever
back
is
home,
less.
right.
So currently, if they're just coming for the weekend and they rented a place, they are technically not allowed to leave the residence.
Yeah.
Until they go home.
Right, yeah.
Technically,
Wink,
yes.
wink.
That's all we have.
Very
for
good, good
department
report.
updates. Y'all have any comments, questions? Rob?
Oh, yeah. Commissioners,
No, you did good.
Chair?
I'll try and do worse next election. Okay, if we have no objection, we'll adjourn this meeting.
Adjourned.
Stephanie, I need to do my renewals. I forgot, is that like automatic or do I need to contact you or?
Same thing. Do you have a card on you?